I don't know any hospices that provide any kind of plant medicines. I think our shared dream is to kind of be part of that revolution. I think we both believe that's coming.
Yeah. Specifically for end of life care, I think the spiritual advisors in the hospice should be the ones going and getting the psychedelic assisted therapy licensed as a practitioner. They should be responsible. And I think that before offering it, the owners should go and do a ceremony, even the staff that's involved to go do a ceremony so they know what could come up. And I think a lot of education is going to go into teaching the staff, the owners, the doctors about what to do. So I think it's going to be a great result, but I think we're still far from it because the education just doesn't exist and isn't available as wide as everything else is.
It's interesting because there's so much research in the controlling of symptoms, but very little research in the guidance on the emotional, spiritual side. There's a ton of evidence to support what we're saying, just not widely accepted, very fear-based understandings of this stuff. Now, of course, a lot of that is because of legal issues, and we're seeing that change. We're seeing that change, on the state level, on the city level. You see cities stepping up and saying, no, we cannot promote this bizarre drug war and take these tools away from people, these tools that have been used for tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of years. I do think that it's going to be on us, the younger generation, that is really watching the mental health breakdown of our society, the lack of support for the mental health of families and patients alike, to open people's minds to it. And I think that over time, people will accept it. In end-of-life care, there's not a lot of money for drug companies to make. So it's a special place. It's a sacred space. In my clinical practice, when I'm taking care of people, there's a lot of money to be made by drug companies to promote antidepressant drugs, which have been recently, SSRIs have recently been proven to be ineffective. And yet, billion-dollar industry. So people that believe in this as a tool and are in end-of-life care, we have this special environment that I think will be the first place where we can really bring it to life in medical practice. I do think there's going to be a huge pushback by the powers that be to not embrace psychedelic and plant medicine for mental health because it's not lucrative.
Because they come from a different background where that was frowned upon, and that's how people usually live. If something was frowned upon when they were younger, that's how they learned it. That's how they stuck with it till the end of their lives, unless they went and try to find places where they can see things differently or speak to people that see things differently and accept those viewpoints, which is with us possible, but with some people is very difficult still.